All right. What's up, Turtle Riders? How is everybody doing tonight? We haven't been together in a little bit now. We are overdue for one. I am going to go ahead right now and share this live video on the Facebook machine on the Clarence Woods Emerson page. If you're not following Clarence Woods Emerson, get on that. You're missing out on all the fun. Can you guys hear me all right? How's the microphone sound? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I don't know. All right, let's see. And we got a lot to talk about tonight, so I want to jump right into it. We live. You guys like how slow this freaking computer is? All right, so what's going on, guys? I'd like to remind everybody gathered here today that this episode is brought to you by our good friends over at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. Folks, if you are in the market for a new garage door, right? If you have one of those old rickety garages, it's in need of an upgrade, right? You come home, you get out of the car, you open it up like a savage. Time to get with the times, folks. Call up our friends at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. You can find them online at gdplus.com. They will pretty much go anywhere in New England except for Coleraine. Everybody hates Coleraine. And no one there even owns a house anyway. So, give them a call if you'd like. They'll come over that day. They will give you a price that is so fair, it'll blow your doors off. No pun intended. You're probably going to hire them on the spot. They're going to do the job that day. They're going to get it all installed. It's going to put tremendous value on your home. You're going to thank me later. But you got to make sure to tell them that Turtle Boy sent you. All right? They love to find, they love to hear that they got return on investment. Who wouldn't? All right, so Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. Check them out. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Good? We got a decent, robust crowd looking in. Bruins going to overtime. I don't even watch the Bruins really till like March. I mean, it's just what's the point? They're going to make the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens then, right? That's hockey. Hockey season is way too long, in my opinion. When's basketball start? That's what I want to know. When do the Celtics start? No power here in Ipswich, huh? I heard a lot of places don't have power. Like, I was seeing the Barrie Police posted like 67% of the town or something has no power. Like, it's crazy. We got it here in Olden. I'm not seeing anything here. Where's this even coming from, the no power thing? I miss you in chat. I need disgusting insults. Who, me? I do have some good. I don't know if that's me, but anyway. We got some things I want to talk about here tonight that I put on the agenda, but we could talk about whatever. And by the way, we have the fundraiser for the Legal Defense Fund. It's located in the comment section of this YouTube video. If you're feeling kind, feel free to donate. We graciously appreciate any and all donations. I'm writing a big check tomorrow to the attorney helping me with the Jennifer Zadnia case, which has been almost too quiet for my liking lately. I don't know what's going on with that, but that is still going on. We still got the Failure Swift one, which cost me nothing, so that's not a big deal. But she's got a real lawyer somehow. Metro's going to go broke. Pray for Metro. And then there's the other case, the Ace Ventura case, and that one is going on November 5th is my next court date. All right, so anyway, let's talk about first thing up on the agenda tonight. What did I want to talk about here? Let's see. We could talk about Red LeBron. Let's talk about the Maine mom first, actually. I want to talk about the Maine mom. Let's talk about this chick. So there's this story that's been all over the news. Have you guys seen it before? We wrote about it today. Have you guys seen this story? There was... Oh, I'm missing the Trump rally, too. I wanted to watch that, the one in Dallas. That's going to be a good one. But anyway, there was a story I saw come on the 6 o'clock news, 6:30 news yesterday, the national news. I don't know about you guys. I still watch the news, right? Because it's on like during family time. And so I just put the news on. And my channel of choice of the three major ones, CBS, NBC, ABC, is CBS. I put on CBS. And I didn't mind CBS as much as the others when Jeff Glor was on. Now they got Nora O'Donnell on there, and she is just the most stuck-up, god-awful woman. And I think the anchors, right, I think they actually get to choose the stories that they talk about. And one of the stories that Nora O'Donnell chose to talk about yesterday was this story out of Maine that's made national news. All the feminists are talking about it. A 15-year-old girl has been suspended from school, and how the media is making it sound, guys. It's like the most absurd thing I've ever seen. This is the headline from the Washington Post. It'll load in a second. It says, a teenager said there was a rapist at her school. She was suspended for bullying, right? So that's not bad. I'll go. So she's calling out a rapist, and she got in trouble for it. That's the narrative that the mainstream media is trying to push, right? I cannot emphasize how freaking evil these people are and twisted they are, right? That is not the story at all. The real story, as we found out, was that she actually wrote on the end of the notes, she said something to the effect of, and we all know who you are, right? What did it say? That? What was the exact wording? It was, come on, Fupa computer. I'll admit that I got duped by the story. Yeah, I mean, we all do something. We all get duped time to time. The actual sign said, what did it say? There it goes. It says, there's a rapist in our school, and you know who it is, right? So if you're going to this school in Cape Elizabeth, Maine, right south of Portland, you know, that's spreading a rumor. And it's a pretty serious rumor. It's a pretty serious accusation that, like, you're a rapist. And we all know who it is. So she doesn't even have to name, and everybody knows who she's talking about, right? Now, unless a child has been suspended for raping or arrested for raping or charged with a rape or whatever, then they're not a rapist. I'm sorry, right? If you're not charged with a crime, then you don't get to get called. If you were never charged with murder, then you're not a murderer, right? You could be acquitted like OJ was, but if you were not even charged, like you can't even get a charge on someone, what are you talking about? And even if, suppose a kid did, a male student raped a female student, let's suppose, what does the school have to do with that? What if it didn't happen on school grounds? What does that have to do with learning English and math and science and whatever, right? What are you doing here? So I see the story, and I see she's suspended for bullying. Right? And that's the first thing I thought is like, good. Fuck this girl. I hope she's suspended for bullying. Right? Gonna go ahead and do that. Like, you're gonna try to be woke. Because this is Kavanaugh. This is the Kavanaugh effect. It's become fashionable now just to, like, let's just call people rapists and fuck it. It has no consequence on them. And it makes me feel good because I feel woke because I'm calling out, rape culture or whatever. And I feel good about myself. That's all this is about. Feeling good about yourself. Who cares if you're destroying somebody that might be innocent? No, he can't be innocent. He's a guy. All guys are rapists, right? That's it. End of story. This is how Kavanaugh, that whole thing, has taught feminists to behave. Like, this is now the appropriate, acceptable way to behave now. And if you do that, people are going to have your back. And it's freaking gross, right? It's literally the Salem witch trials all over again in this country. It's disgusting. So anyway, I see this story, and I'm like, there's got to be more to it. So the first thing I'm thinking of, right? There's got to be more on her page, right? So let's check out her Facebook page. Let's see what's on it. You go to her Facebook page. It's all like, please sign this crucial petition. Let's pass red flag laws, right? There's stuff there for, like, abortion. There's stuff there for all this stuff. And it's like, oh, I see. She's an activist. I get it. So she's not just like a person who's against rape at her school. It's the whole package of feminism that you're getting here. You're getting the whole left-wing package. And rape culture is just part of that, right? Just hysterically calling people rapists has become part of feminism. So anyway, but she's only 15, right? She's only 15, and she's spoken, like, in front of the State House, right? She lobbied for legislation and stuff. Like, how the hell does a 15-year-old girl have this much influence? Right? Like, she's like speaking. Who's her connection? A 15-year-old cannot have these connections on her own. Well, the answer is simple. Her mother, right? Her mother. Her mother is named, first, Shale. I shit you not, Shale. What kind of name is that? Shale. Shael. Shale Norris. And Shale Norris coincidentally echoes the exact same things as her daughter. All this stuff about Kavanaugh on there. All this stuff about, there's mom. There she is with the daughter. meeting up with the state rep or whoever about a bill about consent. Who knows? There's her daughter on stage with Mayor Pete, meeting Mayor Pete. For some reason, she's a moderator at a Mayor Pete event. How'd she get this job? Who do you think? Mom. Well, guess what Mom does? Mom runs a nonprofit. And as we've learned over the years, if you've been following Turtle Boy for a long time, you know that nonprofits, like whenever you hear the word nonprofit, your antenna should go up. I'm not against nonprofits. I wouldn't mind starting my own nonprofit one day, like a legit one for once. But there's a lot of shady nonprofits out there. And these organizations, they get funding and they become like these ideological organizations that just push a political agenda. That's all they are. And because they're called nonprofit, they sound good on paper. But they are making a profit, right? So they take in all these grant money from people that are all tax write-offs. Some of it's from the taxpayers. Who knows? You'd have to audit them. And, they allegedly do good in the community. They have a bunch of buzzwords and stuff like that. They go and lobby for bills. But what are they actually doing, right? Nothing. They're doing nothing. They're not making the world a better place at all. And you see this woman and some of the things she's involved in. It's like, here's a picture of her organization. Her nonprofit is called, I shit you not, Safe Bay. Bay as in, that's the hip kids things that they said like 5 years ago, kids were saying Bay. Before all else, I think it means. My students were saying it. That's how ridiculous this mother is, right? How pathetic this mother is. She's like using kid lingo to like try to sound hip with her nonprofit. Safe Bay. Oh, shut up. Get over yourself, lady. Here's her and her friends just with a big shirt that just says vagina on it. I mean, this is the face of feminism. This is why nobody takes feminism seriously. Just look at these people. They're freaks, right? They're freaks. I remember these, it brings me back to Kavanaugh. Just these people hysterically yelling at Jeff Flake in an elevator about that time they were raped, supposedly. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Right? Oi, they're nuts. Feminism is cancer, guys. It really is. Here they are at the UN meeting all this shit. And here she is, pimping out Greta Thunberg, saying, this kid, hashtag, let the kids lead. Because that's ultimately what these people are all about. They don't stand for anything, right? And they know that if they try to say these things, no one's going to listen to them because they're annoying. So they just get a bunch of kids to do it. And I guarantee the mom propped this girl up to do this. I guarantee the girl was like talking with her friends, like, did you hear that Ashley got finger blasted? And it was like not cool. And she was like, had 3 Zimas and she got fingered and it was like not cool. And then the mother probably doesn't ask any questions. She's just like, what? That's rape. You need to make a bunch of flyers and pass them around to school and say, you know who the rapist is, blah, blah, blah. Guarantee that's what happened. Right? And then she posts this about her son. As the mom of a boy dancer. Stop. Just stop. No, God. That's it. No offense to boy dancers out there. But if your mom's getting you into dancing and you're a boy, it tells me everything I need to know about your mother. I'm sorry. It does. I don't even want my daughter to get involved in dancing. Just cheering. That's enough. Right? If you're a parent who signs your son up for dancing, right? You know what direction his life is going in. You're like predestining it. So anyway, and as a human being, this toxic masculinity and BS is done. Toxic masculinity is one of the great aspects of Western civilization. It's built railroads, right? It's gotten us through world wars. You know? It brought us great innovations. The decline of toxic masculinity is like the worst thing that's ever happened to women in society in general and men. It's the worst thing to happen to anyone. And so these people that, first of all, at the end of the day, guess what? These people like toxic masculinity. I hate to say it. There isn't a woman out there that doesn't like toxic masculinity a little bit, right? Nobody wants a girly man. Stop it. So anyway, I'm going off on a tangent there. But she just, typical, all Trump is bad shit, all this stuff. And it's just like, this is what she starts posting too about the attention that's being brought on her. Just a little PSA for all the people creeping my page and calling my daughter a liar because innocent, quote unquote, innocent until proven guilty, as if that deserves to be put in quotes. It's some obscure topic, right? Innocent until proven guilty. Rape is the easiest violent crime to get away with in the United States. On average, less than 1% of sexual assaults ever lead to conviction. First of all, I don't believe that. But anyway, she just does this all the time. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Should we try to give her a call? I think we should. What's her name again? Shale, what the hell's her last name? Shale Norris. There it is. Let's see. She has not taken her page down yet. That's an interesting sign. Well, actually, let's go ahead and spam the page real quick. Go ahead and do that. Pretty standard. And now we're going to give her a buzz. Let's see. Oh. What is this person saying? I get in so many pissing matches. Somebody writes, I'm still struggling to understand how the district could be so careless about this. That's who should be the topic of conversation. What do you want the district to do? What do you want them to do? Right? I'm like, you want to arrest them? No, not at all. But the suspension is unwarranted. Why is it unwarranted? She's bullying kids, right? First of all, she wanted to get suspended. This is exactly what she wants, right? They're saying she was suspended because the notes are bullying. They are. What are you talking about? Oh, God, these people are so fucking stupid. I can't even deal with them. Let's message her. Hi. Give her a buzz. Now, call her right on here. How about this? What's the name again? Shale? Then we'll go on to the next topic. See if she answers. Nope, can't mess. She won't take it. She only takes it from friends. All right. So, anyway, that's that topic. You guys got any thoughts on that before we move on to the next thing? Call her Greta, yeah. Call Greta. Call the girl. I'm not calling a high school kiddo. That's kind of weird. I got some ethics, you know. The girl is being used. The girl is like a prop in all this. And don't get me right. 3 years from now, the girl will be the most obnoxious person on the planet. And then we can shit on her a little bit more. But for now, she's a kid. So we'll leave it at that. It's not like she's David Hogg yet. She hasn't reached that status yet. All right, let's go on to the next thing. Next topic at hand is new death threats. No, actually, I talked about this yesterday. Let's go on to... can we just talk about real quick did you guys read the LeBron James article? I was proud of that one. I wrote that one. I'm starting to worry about China. I don't know about you people. They're scaring the shit out of me. You guys ever see that episode of The Office where Michael's worried about China? That's me right now. That's me. And the NBA has made me very concerned about that. As you guys know, we have our own issues with free speech around here at Turtle Boy. People are always trying to shut us down, right? They're always boycotting us, getting us kicked off Facebook. You name it, right? You name it. They're suing us. Who knows? But at least the red Chinese haven't tried to silence us yet. They haven't tried to silence us yet. Because I think that may be coming down the line. So have you guys been following this? I know it's sport ball, but I don't know if you guys been following the NBA whole saga going on with LeBron James and others. But basically, it starts with Daryl Morey, the general manager of the Houston Rockets, who are like the most popular team in China because Yao Ming played for them. And he tweets out something about supporting Hong Kong, like stand with Hong Kong, whatever. Hong Kong is kind of an independent country from China, but there's still some restrictions on freedom that they're protesting against, and they're being oppressed, actual oppression, whatever, and it's kind of on the news. So Daryl Morey tweets out his support for them. The problem is the NBA has so much money invested in this country, right? They're the biggest consumer of the NBA in the world, bigger than the United States. in the United States, we like football. We're kind of over basketball here. The product's not as good. Nobody likes LeBron. No more Jordan. It's not the same. They're dependent on Chinese markets because over there, they're like, oh, yes, LeBron James, you my favorite, you number one, right? And they love it, right? They can't get enough of it because it's still new to them because they don't have football over there. That's why they like the NBA. So when you speak out against the Chinese government like this, a totalitarian dictatorship, it's not going to go over too well with them. And he was immediately reprimanded, right? Took his tweet down, and all these players start apologizing almost, right? And a lot of people just have no comment. And, people like Steve Kerr, right? And George Popovich, who I fucking hate these guys. I absolutely hate these guys because these two douchebags, right, are the first ones to use their, position to shit on Trump. They can't stop. They can't help themselves, right? They think they're so much smarter and better and whatever. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Trump makes it easy for people, but that's fine if you want to do that. But you better have something to say about the red Chinese, right? Because as bad as Trump is, no matter how bad you think he is, he ain't got nothing on the red Chinese, who literally have millions of Muslims in concentration camps over there. Give me a break. So these fools have nothing to say. And when they finally do have something to say about it, all they do, once again, is talk about Trump, right? They just bring it back to how bad Trump is. And Steve Kerr initially says, well, I don't know much about this. I'm going to have to research. You don't know about it. What don't you know about freedom and democracy? That's it. Democracy's good. Oppression's bad. That's all you need to know. You know about that. The reason you can't say anything is because they got you by the balls. There was an interview, a CNN reporter attempted to interview Russell Westbrook and James Harden from the Rockets. And she was quickly silenced by NBA Big Brother. They're like, you cannot ask any questions about that. There's fans getting kicked out of games for wearing Free Hong Kong t-shirts. It's insane. Insane. And where's LeBron? Where's the face of the league? The world's best player. Where's he at? The guy who's got plenty to say on everything. LeBron James, I fucking hate him. I hate him with such a passion, guys. I hate him because of the way he plays, number one. He's a flopping vagina. Remember he got cramps? He tapped out of a NBA Finals game with fucking cramps. Remember when Michael Jordan did that? No. I grew up with Michael Jordan. I rooted against the Bulls because I didn't want them to win all the time. But I grew up watching Michael Jordan, and it was special. And LeBron ain't Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan just was freaking, had this killer instinct. He was just vicious. He refused to lose. LeBron James is a millennial twat. And he's always whining about calls. I mean, Jordan whined about calls too, but he's ridiculous. He falls down on the ground. Oh, shut up, LeBron. He's ruined everything. He really has. And because his entire life, right, he's had everything handed to him because he's gifted and tall and he's probably juiced out of his mind. He thinks he's like enlightened because no one's ever told him to shut the fuck up, that you don't know what you're talking about. Laura Ingraham tried to last year and everybody called her a racist when she said to shut up and dribble. Okay? So he's real woke. He's campaigning with Hillary Clinton, right? He's like the first one to call out everything, right? By the way, he perpetrated a fake hate crime 2 years ago that a lot of people forget about that was never solved at his, Los Angeles mansion. And all this shit's going on. So where's he at? So he has over a week to think about this. And he comes up with the most asinine thing I've ever heard. Do you guys listen to this thing? Sure, I don't want to play it because Fupa Computer will take forever. Let me read this quote. I could not believe what I was hearing. Yes, we all do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications that can happen when you're not thinking about others and you only think about yourself. Well, first of all, Daryl Morey was thinking about others. He was thinking about the people in Hong Kong who are actually oppressed. No, LeBron, he was not thinking about you, right? That's what he's saying. Oh, he's not thinking about me. He's going to hurt me financially, spiritually, emotionally. Bitch, you're worth like fucking $500 million. Who gives a fuck if you lose $50 million on some shoe deal? Your slave... His shoes, by the way, could be made in Akron, but it's not. They're made in China, in slave freaking factory camps. that pollute our environment. So what I'm getting at here is China is like an evil fucking country, right? And it's weird because no one's allowed to call them out. We're not allowed to call them out. We've never had an enemy before where we're not allowed to call them out, right? We didn't like the Japanese, we called them out. We didn't like the Germans, we called them out. We didn't like the Soviets, we called them out. We didn't like the English, we called them out. But you can't call out these douchebags for some reason, right? Because they own us. They control us economically. They have us by the balls because American companies now are dependent on their slave labor to make products and to sell our shitty products over there, right? We need them. And if we don't do what they say, and if we have the audacity to speak freely, they will shut us off. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. I'm definitely getting a new computer soon, I promise. I just got to find the right one and have the time. Promise. But they really have become this, like, it's scary. You know, when these guys are powerful, man. This is a powerful league. And they're afraid to call out the Red Chinese, right? And then LeBron goes on and he says, I believe he wasn't educated on the situation. Shut the fuck up, LeBron. You have a high school diploma and you probably barely got that. Daryl Morey has an MBA from MIT. Stop it. LeBron said the same shit after Trump got elected. Thank you, Ida. Why did Trump get elected? Oh, I think a lot of people were not educated. Oh, yeah, LeBron, we're just not as fucking smart as you. If only we were more enlightened, right? Oh, man, I'm sorry to the Turtle Riders who hate Trump. I like Trump more and more every day. I was lukewarm about him when he first got into office. I've never been more convinced in my life, right, for this guy in 2020. I mean, what I hate more than anything is how he's treated. Like with Syria, right? I hate foreign wars and involvement and that shit that's not necessary. I'm sick of America doing that. I got sick of it when my friends started coming home all fucked up with PTSD. And I started seeing that more American soldiers die from suicide back home because we don't treat our veterans right. We don't have enough services for them and support for them than they do on the battlefield, right? I'm sick of seeing this shit. For what? And for fucking what? What the hell did we go to Iraq for in 2003? What the hell was that about? What a waste of fucking time. Time, energy, money, human sacrifice for fucking what? Back in the day, we used to fight wars for a fucking reason, guys. We did. We used to. We were bombed at Pearl Harbor, we're going to fight the Japanese, period. It was very simple to understand. Vietnam changed that. And we were supposed to learn our lesson from that. But clearly we didn't. Because the Republicans, for years, have been filled with George Bush, Lindsey Graham neocons who love fucking war. They fucking love it. They can't get enough war. In their minds, America exists to police the entire world for eternity. Fuck that. No other country in the world does that. No other country in the world has sustained anything like that in its history. Fuck that. That's what I like about Trump. He's just like, nope, fuck that. I'm pulling troops out of Syria. Why the fuck are we in Syria? You tell me that. Why isn't France in Syria? Why isn't England in Syria if it's so fucking important, right? Jesus Christ. And so, there's this area of Syria where Kurds live. They're an ethnic minority. Now, Kurdistan, there was some talk of it being a country after World War I. But it didn't happen. They became part of Syria and Turkey and Iraq. They were kind of mixed in there. So they've been our ally over the years. They've helped us out fighting ISIS. Thank you. But that doesn't mean we owe you protection for eternity. Right? I'm not willing to have a single American die to protect the Kurds. I care about the Kurds as much as they care about me. Put it that way. Right? It's not our job to be there forever. And I see Trump pull out of there. I'm like, okay, good. This is something the left can finally embrace, right? They can finally be like, okay, good. We can get out. Like he's getting us out of the Middle East. Instead, they did the exact opposite. They're like, oh my God, the Kurds. Oh my God, the Kurds. All these fucking people are pretending like they knew who the fuck the Kurds are now. And all of a sudden they care about them. Jesus fucking Christ. We protected the Kurds during Iraq too. And they were all against it then. And that's like, these people are just so, and that's when I realized, I'm like, that's why I have the president's back. Because these people are so fucking full of shit, guys. They are. They're so full of shit. Jesus Christ. You give a fuck about the Kurds? You don't give a fuck about the Kurds. All you care about is owning Trump. That's it. That's it. You people hate war. Trump has this magical ability to turn left-wingers into like radical pro-war neocons. What the fuck happened to America? Jesus Christ. So, I mean, I expect it from Republicans because they traditionally love war. But Democrats, frauds, disappointed in you all. Frauds. The only good one is Tulsi. And she's so hot too, guys. Oh, God, I'm in love with her. I don't know about you guys. Like, I'm madly in love with Tulsi Gabbard. I don't even know if she's married or whatever. I know I'm married. But maybe we could work something out. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, good God. I mean, I'm just so sick of this. I can't deal with it anymore. And that's why I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. And there's a reason his numbers are still like 50%, right? Because nobody's buying any of this shit. Nobody is. And he's not going to get impeached. It's not going to happen. If it did, it wouldn't matter anyway. Fuck LeBron James. Fuck the NBA. Fuck these warmongering douchebags. America first. Anyway, that's my rant about politics there for a moment. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of the hypocrisy. Anyway, anything else you guys want to talk about? Let's just go to, why don't we just ask you guys, why don't we open up the floor? Anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions you want to ask me? The floor is yours. We all saw the recent Abrams update. That was great. I mean, I'm sick of writing about Abrams, but the last 24 hours is too good not to. He gets confronted by a turtle rider in the parking lot at Medford City Hall after, I mean, his audits now, they're so bad. At least back in the day, he used to harass cops. Now he just goes in City Hall and he talks to like the freaking lady at the desk. And he's just like, can I have a form? And that's it. And they give him a form and that's his whole day. And he talks to them and he's cordial and that's it. Oh, he's so gay. And so he goes outside and then, of course, there is, a person sitting there already who just happened to be there for grown-up stuff. And she starts taping him and does nothing wrong at all. You guys want to watch it? Let's just watch. I'll pull it up. I got to change the settings real quick. The sound settings. Audio. Let's turn this one on. You might hear an echo here, so I apologize if you hear that. I'm just going to play the video. We got to watch this. This is too good not to watch.
Still no job? No, they actually were doing really nice in there. Oh, that's called a camp.
Thank you.
So what are you doing right now? Practicing First Amendment right?
Yes.
You are awesome. That's what I'm in there defending.
I know.
Do you have anything else to say?
I think you're bothering all the people. Maybe you should be
Does it bother them? But they seem to really enjoy it.
No, stop it. It's getting a little choppy, right? First of all, I just love how the turtle rider here has a job, right? Is doing grown-up things. Has her child in the car. You know why, Josh? Because she has something called custody. She pays bills, right? She's a law-abiding citizen. She's not a junkie. She's not looking at 5 years in prison in a couple months. Nothing, right? And then Danielle, the camel tow truck girl, everyone's favorite encore prostitute, is on the other side of her. And she asks her, where's your kid? Where's your child?
Huh? Hey, let me ask you a question. Would you have probably enjoyed swallowing you? Probably she swallowed you, yeah. Maybe you shouldn't hold up traffic and you should get moving.
Maybe.
Why are you shaking? I do this for a living.
Thank you,
Why are
Ida.
you shaking?
I'm shaking because you have the same clothes on for the past.
Actually, no, I've been live. Clothes.
You have the same clothes on for the last 4 days. He did. He's wearing this friggin' his infamous Puma shirt. I think he's got one, the white one with the black lettering, and he's got the black one with the white lettering. Now, this woman has done nothing wrong throughout this entire time. Nothing. What has she done wrong? Nothing. Now watch Josh does. Bitch this.
2 Nancy Bravo J71.
I got your license plate. Okay.
JB71 Grand Cherokee, and that's a terrorist. That's someone that hates freedom.
It's a terrorist, he says.
That's someone that hates freedom. Hates freedom, guys. 2NBJ71. 29BJ71. Guys, and that's what we do.
Why?
That's why we do what we do, right? Check this out. She's saying that we're in there harassing everybody. But everyone was super...
Yeah. So, sorry about the... Let me just change the settings on the volume back. Let's see. Disabled. No, don't want that one. No. That's disabled. And this one. It's got to be the mic. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, so... Yeah, I mean, that was great. And then he gets in the car and he whines about how, oh, she's doing this, and they're all complaining, and they're like, then Josh does what he always does. He makes up a lie. This is what Josh has to do. He has to lie. He has to lie about me. He doesn't lie about Bristol because he's scared of her. He's definitely petrified of Bristol. But he lies about me, sexually assaulting girls, whatever. And then when you call him out on it, he's nowhere to be found, right? Because Josh Abrams is a professional liar now. Nothing brings me more satisfaction than going to his channel now and just seeing the flood of comments and all his people, his former supporters, just shitting on him. He's the most reviled person on the internet, and I love every single minute of it. It is so freaking satisfying what we did to this loser. We murdered him. Thank you, Christy, very much. We absolutely murdered his soul. And he calls DCF. How do you think that went? He actually did call the cops. Picture that Josh called DCF. Hello? Yeah, it's that guy who doesn't have custody of his own kids. Yeah, I'm going to jail in a couple months for armed robbery. And I don't have a job or anything like that. And I'm here with my prostitute girlfriend, who I recently found out was sleeping with men at a casino and then running up a credit card for them, running up like a $10,000 bill using their, account, right? And yeah, I'm here to report another person for being a shitty parent. Hello, click. Hello. Oh, it's too priceless. Too priceless, guys. Too priceless. All right. Child Protective Services did nothing because there's nothing to investigate. You saw that video. He's like, oh, we got so much evidence. You're putting the baby in the trunk. First of all, it's a Grand Cherokee, which he called the Cherokee or something. And Cherokees don't have trunks. And she definitely did. We saw her there. She didn't move out of the front seat. What are you talking about? We didn't even see a baby. He's like, I have so much evidence. Bitch, no, you don't. Oh, he's such a pathetic liar. I fucking hate him. Believe me, when he gets sentenced, I'll be in court that day. I'm going to blow his ass a kiss goodbye. I'm going to come visit him in jail, too. I know you're watching this, Josh. I'm going to come visit you, baby. We're going to have nice talks. I'm going to keep you company. We're going to play cards. We're going to talk about Turtle Boy, audits. Talk about how Joe Orga is the real number one auditor in New England. You're not even top 5. You suck. Even auditors don't like you, bitch. Anyway, that is that. All right, why don't we go to any questions? You guys have any questions you want to ask me or anything? Have you seen AB News Drama Discord audio release? Don't know what that means. Okay, sorry, D-Light. Sorry, I apologize for being one man here. So D-Light saying, so frustrating. You say ask questions, and then you or any of your wenches don't answer. So it's just me right now. I'm here by myself. So if you'd like to ask a question, right, why don't you dry your cunt off a little bit, and then ask me a question, and I'll answer it for you. All right? Calm your tits. What about Hardo Dad? Did he show up? No, I'm still waiting. Still waiting for Hardo Dad. No sign of him. How about Jen Duso? Jen Duso is looking good, man. She looks a lot better now than she did in her cop days. I kind of like her now, too. I kind of think she'll go out with me. I don't know. But I'm excited about the movie. If there is no, there's no movie. But if there was a movie, I don't know who would play me. I would say Sean Penn, somebody like that. Or, maybe Brad Pitt. I don't know. Denzel, who knows? But I'm really excited because I would have to be in the movie. I think we all agree with that. Turtle Boy is central to the Leah. Without Turtle Boy, there's no Leah Janduso story, period. Where do you draw the line between good and bad people? I don't know what you mean by that, but let me just, I don't know if you want to do a follow-up on that, but I would say that Josh Abrams is a bad person because he hurts people, right? Bad people hurt good people. Good people hurt bad people. That's okay. But bad people hurt good people. That's the simplest way I can do it to you. Did Steve Nichols get his guns back? No, he did not. He did not. Other questions? Thank you guys. Is Hadassah just living life? That's a great question. I'm gonna periodically check in on her, see what's going on. I don't know. We'll get back to that in a couple months. See where she's at. Let's talk about you passing me that fight so that I can beat up Shem. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was salty tonight. Yeah, I just can't deal with it. I love it. It's like, come on. I'm a guy with a computer. What do you want me to do? Right? This isn't like the Bristol show has like employees and people who do it. I'm just a guy in my basement. I can't do her show because it's hard for me to get out of the house with 2 young kids, right? So in the meantime, I'm just a guy in the basement. I look like Denzel. That's what I thought, Got here late. See Murchison is on Twitter. That's not really Murchison. That's just people. It's just some troll. But they are getting a Murchison billboard. I swear to God. Minahan and Steve Robinson are purchasing a Minahan billboard that's going to go on the Mass Pike for a month. It's going to be fucking awesome. Talk about trolling. That's fantastic. You seem like a verbal bully. Well, I'm not. I'm a freedom fighter, and I stand up for the little guy. I don't bully people. I don't go after innocent people. I protect innocent people. That's what Turtle Boy does, guys. Right? We see somebody like those kids in the Maine school, right? In the school being attacked by the mainstream media and these activist social justice warriors. You know what we do? We go on the attack against their attackers. We defend the little guy. We are the heroes here, okay? And I don't use that word lightly. Let's see. What else we got here? Did you see Amanda Sawyer, neighborhood dumpster? I haven't checked up on Amanda yet. Honestly, I kind of like her. I'm not going to lie. I find her wildly entertaining. And I'm just going to let her go and see what happens. Because I want to stay at a good side. I want to keep getting her back on the show. She's too entertaining, Next fundraiser or live book signing? That's a great question. I don't know. We should set up an event or something. I did see the boxer who died in the ring. That's pretty fucked up. You should do your podcast from your car with the seatbelt on. Why? You don't like the basement now? It was too crowded in there. It was too crowded. If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Probably maple, because the leaves come down earlier. I can't stand the leaves that come down the leaves in my yard come down in late November. So sometimes it's already snowed by then, so you don't have time to rake. It's the fucking worst. Any news on the Russian kid who killed those Marines? He's in jail. That's about it. Waiting for trial, I'm sure. Oh, thank you, MJob. I appreciate that back. Oh, bring back the. I know. I'll hang it up next show. I promise. I promise. What's with the new death threats? So I was going to talk about them, but I realized I did a thing on it yesterday. So go watch yesterday's video in which I explained the most recent death threats. Nothing really has come more than that. It's basically a father of a ratchet that we blogged about last week, who is not a part of his ratchet daughter's life and just wants to be a tough guy and says he's going to kill me and all this shit. And he doesn't realize that I'm the guy you don't do that to, buddy. Like I'm the guy who isn't afraid. Like a lot of people in this day and age are afraid because, a lot of people that have never gotten death threats before. I'm sure most of you watching this right now, if you suddenly got like a text message on your phone from some strange number, like I'm going to fucking come to your house and slate your throat and kill you, and they send you your address and shit like that, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? For me, that's Tuesday. That's like a Tuesday. So I'm just so used to it. And this guy probably thinks like I'm going to get a big rise out of it. It's like, no, you're not, because it's just not anything new for me. It's part of life. So I'm just not remotely scared of you, buddy. It's not going to happen. You're invited to come over anytime you want, but, thing that requires having a car. Anyway, and balls. The Triple G fight. Triple G still fighting? He's like 40. Did the underage girl's lawyer call you? Yeah, she didn't have a lawyer. All right, just trying to read all these. Death threats are the best. Yes, they are. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate the kind words in the comments. Trying to catch up here. When is Hot Tow Trucks Girl next court date? Not sure. Bristol would be the better person to ask. You seem pretty tough. I'm not tough. That's the thing about it. I'm definitely not tough. Like, I haven't gotten a fight in 15 years probably. I'm 5'9" tall, 165 pounds. Like, what the hell am I going to do? Right? I'm not, but I'm mentally tough for sure. Like, I'm not physically tough, but I'm mentally tough. It takes a lot to break me mentally. They can't do it. I mean, who else could deal with the shit I've dealt with for the last 5 years, right? It has just been one shitstorm after another. But I'm still here, guys. Still going strong. They can't stop me. Yeah, like Ashley said, I was in Taunton. I've been in Malden. Like, I advertise myself in these places. Nobody shows up. Nobody shows up. Thank you again, Brittany. Appreciate that. How about the girl in Backpage? Did the lawyer call you? No, not yet. Not yet. Try to catch up on these. Anything else? HTTT did lose her kid again, right? Yo, absolutely she did. You better believe it. After that larceny arrest, absolutely. Unbroken. I love it. I love it, guys. I mean, Bristol's really freaking tough, too. I'll tell you that much. Don't fuck with that chick. I mean, she doesn't care. That's why she's the only blogger that's put her name out there, because she just doesn't care, right? She's fearless. I love that. Do you regret leaving your teacher job or ever wonder? That's a good question, Masshole's wife. No. I mean, I love what I do now. Like, I could never. I was really sick of teaching at the end there. I love teaching, but I hated, parents like up your ass about shit, and administrators and hated having a boss. Hated it. Hated, the buzzwords. It just wasn't for me. I need to be free. I can't be caged. So I miss the financial security of it, because when you're a teacher, it's very safe, right? Like, you're never going to be rich, but you're never going to be poor either. And, you have exactly how much you're going to make year to year. You can plan that ahead of time. You can, you have a pension. You got all this shit. Like, life is kind of figured out as a teacher. It's stressful, but, all teachers always retire and then they're pretty chilled out, Now with this, it's like this job is. I thought teaching was stressful. This is obviously more stressful because it's like when you're the boss, when you run the company, if it fails, I mean, there's no backup plan. Like you just got to. There's no severance pay. You just fucking stop getting paid the next day. You know what I mean? So that is something I certainly miss, is the financial security of it all, and I do miss being a teacher. Like I miss like being a role model for kids and being like helping kids out, learning. And I love track and field, and I love running. So I miss all that. I just miss kids not knowing who I am. You know what I mean? Like it was weird for 10 years there where, every kid in Dudley, in Charlton knows who you are, right? They all know who the teachers are. And, I was well known in the community, right? If I went to a Shepherd Hill football game now, nobody would know who I mean, there would be some teachers there who remember me, obviously, but none of the kids would know who I am, right? Some of I'm long gone. Like the kids that were there when I was there, they were like out of college now. So I definitely miss that aspect of it, but I don't miss everything that comes along with it. And honestly, some of my favorite students now are turtle riders, right? So I love that aspect of it. So overall, I wouldn't trade it for the world. No regrets whatsoever. But obviously, there's some things you're always going to miss about a job that you really liked, Good question. Let's see. Hey, there's a guy named Carp here, huh? Okay. Oh, no. Let's see. Just trying to catch up here. You hated the politics of teaching. Exactly. Did I hear about the Chicago teacher strike? Yes, I did. I hope it ends soon. How could you deal with those kids nowadays? That's one thing I do miss, is it would be fun to teach in the era of Trump. I'd really like to see what that's like. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of interesting. I'd probably stumble upon my words, though. Say the wrong thing. I was not popular in the teachers union. I was a member of the teachers union, and I ran for building rep. There was 3 guys for 2 spots. I got dead last, because I'm like a douchebag. Like, people know that I'm a fighter, and maybe they wanted to play. I mean, teachers unions are too safe, man. They're too safe. They're not aggressive enough, and that's why teachers don't get paid as much as other professionals with the same amount of college education, is because they're not douchebags. They're not like I'm cutthroat. Maybe that's why I wasn't cut out for teaching. Teachers are too nice. So, yeah. Summer off, every holiday off. Well, teachers' conferences suck. I'd rather be teaching than the teachers' conferences. Those days fucking blowed balls. I did a blog on it once. Go watch the video. It's fucking the longest day of your life. Terrible. But yeah, the summer vacation, no complaints. Now, I worked over the summer vacations. A lot of teachers don't. I do. Just because I was like wicked into history and I'm the kind of guy, I want to make everything that I do better. And so every year I tried to improve on the way I taught, because I was really into it. You know what I mean? So I worked during the summer, but you work from home. Like, that means I'm developing lesson plans, I'm researching, stuff like that. What made you finally want to make your face public? Fupa Computer writes that. That's awesome. Basically, I wrote the book, obviously, and the book kind of explains it if you haven't read it, why I wanted to. But it just gives you more. If the blog's going to grow, we couldn't be anonymous anymore. And most people kind of figured out who I was anyway. It was the worst kept secret on the internet. And then I started doing these podcasts, and somebody in the comments was like, why don't you just show your face? And I'm like, yeah, why don't I? And then I started doing it, and I'm like, it's way better. Yeah. You weren't popular because you taught history. You goddamn right about that. It was the least popular subject easily for students. I mean, I had a way of making it interesting. We had a lot of review games in my class, and like I got kids to like history. Like some kids, not all kids. Some kids to like history that didn't like it before, and that was very fulfilling. But certainly, it's like the least popular. Kids aren't mature enough to like appreciate history yet at that age. They're just not. I mean, most kids. So definitely, whatever. You threaten to expose and dox anyone who disagrees with you. That's just patently false. I get in arguments all the time. I spend all day arguing with people, right, that I disagree with online, and I don't threaten any of them. Certainly, I take jabs at them and I make fun of them if they cross the line, right? Like, so I get in a pissing match today with somebody about AOC or something stupid like that. I'm always getting these pissing matches on Facebook. I love it. And, you know, there was a respectful back and forth with some people. And then other people were just like, oh, typical white male, blah, blah, blah. When you start saying stuff like that, I stop taking you seriously. And that's what I'm going to make. You want to make fun of me for being a white male? Fine. I'm going to make fun of you for being a slam pig trophy wife. Okay? That's it. If you go low, I'm going to play at the battlefield that you have, you know, scheduled our meeting on. That's where I will play. If you want to go low, we'll go low. If you want to go high, we'll go high. Whatever you want to do. So no, that's utterly ridiculous to say I dox anyone who disagrees with me. Patently false. Patently false. Any other questions you guys have? Just trying to read this. AG Carp says, longtime turtle rider, hashtag Busgate. Can you believe that was over 5 years ago? That's crazy. Hey, Aiden, why not address this? You do exactly what you claim is wrong with China. Yellow journalism and doxing anyone who disagrees with you. So we just kind of went over that. I certainly don't. The only people I quote unquote dox, first of all, I don't dox anyone. If you send me a threatening, like, okay, I doxed that guy yesterday who threatened me, right? Like, so if you threaten to come to my house and kill me and my family, yes, I am going to dox your asshole, right, until it's bleach white. I am just going to fucking destroy your life with words. Just understand that if you want to go there. So if you're on team protect people who want to threaten to kill people, that's fine. You just understand that's who you align with. You align with the scumbags. I fight back against the scumbags, right? And that makes me a better person than you, Daniel Hawthorne. I know you're trying to be quick and you thought you got me, right? You thought you got me. You're like, ooh, I got him on a contradiction. You didn't. You didn't. Because I'm not trying to silence innocent people. I'm not trying to silence anyone. But I'm going to punch back. That's what I do. That's what I do. Just understand that. So you tried, Daniel. You failed miserably. Better luck next time. Better luck. Anything else here? Can you shout out the Big Texan in Amarillo? Yeah. Shout out Big Texan in Amarillo. Let's see. I know. I like when Massel's wife says, like, I wish I paid attention to history now. I love history. I know. It's one of those things that really grows on you, doesn't it? It really does. You should do a history trivia show. Interesting. Maybe. Why did schools stop teaching civics? They didn't. That's a myth that schools stopped treating. They've always taught civics. You learn about it. It's in the curriculum, right? You learn how the government functions. The problem is kids just don't remember. They're not paying attention because they're thinking about, the boys. As a boy, I was a high school boy. I probably was hard. I got a chub 50% of the time in high school. It was out of control. All high school boys have that, like that's all they could think about is chicks, right? That's it. And then booze. That's the other thing that could be. And then sports, maybe if they're into sports. So they don't care about civics. It's taught in school, but they're just not. Most of them are not mature enough to appreciate it. It's boring to them. You threaten to expose private information. You threaten to go after anyone who disagrees with you. Well, that's just not true. I've already proven you wrong, Daniel Hawthorne, but if you like to keep getting spanked, we can do that for you. We can do that for you. What does TLDR stand for? Too long, didn't read. Maslow's wife said, I disagreed with Aiden at first. He didn't dox me. He actually said I was entitled to my own opinion. Well, thank you, Maslow's wife. I'm happy we're friends now. That's great. Thank you. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. I'm up to 10:33 now. We're at 10:35. And then want to get to any questions people have here. All right. So, that was good time, guys. We will see you all on Saturday for the live show. I think Notre Dame plays a day game on Saturday, so we will see you all then. And keep up the good work, Turtle Riders. And we will see you all Saturday. All right, peace.